Kia ora guys, this is another video in the linear geometry series and we're looking at the equation. Please watch the gradient video first before you watch this video. What is it? Well, here are three graphs with three gradients and we're looking at producing the linear function. In other words, this graph is y equals x, this graph is y equals negative 3x plus 5, this graph is y equals 1. How do I calculate it? I'm going to go through two methods. The first method is this one here. The gradient between these 2 points is negative 1 over 2, and we're going to use the equation of y equals mx plus c. Substituting the gradient into the equation gives us y equals negative half x plus c. The next thing we need to do is substitute a point. I'm going to use 5, 2. You could use negative 1 and 5 if you wish. So the equation becomes negative 1 over 2 times 5 plus c equals 2. Notice that x is 5 and y is 2. Doing a bit of multiplication gives us negative 5 over 2 plus c equals 2. Rearranging this equation gives us c equals 2 plus 5 over 2. And that produces our y-intercept of 9 over 2. Or in other words, 4 over 5. So finally our equation becomes this. And there's a nice straight line for you. That's the ultimate aim. Now let's have a look at another method, method 2. Again, we've got the same 2 points with a gradient of negative 1 over 2, and we're going to choose a point. In this case, I'm going to choose 5 over 2 and label it x1 and y1. I could equally choose the other point as well. So this equation is a slight modification of the equation we saw before, but essentially we're going to get the same result. So there's your setup. I'm going to substitute x1 is 5 and y1 is 2. And the gradient is negative 1 over 2. Please be careful of your negatives here if your coordinates are negative. And so expanding the brackets, we get y equals 2 equals negative 1 over 2x plus 5 over 2. Rearranging this equation will give us y equals negative 1 over 2x plus 5 over 2 plus 2. Simplifying will give us our final equation, and that is the same thing that we had before. And finally, we can draw our straight line. Cool, have a nice day, see you next time.